Mr. Speaker,
Order!
Mr. Speaker, I rise tonight to address a matter of great urgency to our nation's security. The judgment of the Right Honourable Smythe across from me at the dispatch box. It is with sincere conviction that I must propose a motion to declare them an inferior Smythe.
I must ask the House, what evidence is there to support this motion? Let us hear it.
Need I remind everyone that we are dealing with the Right Honourable Smythe who took pity on a crab? They jeopardized the entire mission's success for this crustacean. The result? A living, breathing security risk at the bottom of the Thames. Who knows how many aquatic organisms he informed of our existence? Don't even get me started on that whole Camelot business. All of Dr. North's experiments thrown out the window because the Right Honourable Smythe wanted to play hero. Is this the result of impatience or merely arrogance? To take such a risk? I'd say probably both. The Right Honourable Smythe across from me at the dispatch box clearly has some kind of malfunction. Unless they prove themselves, they cannot be allowed to meet the Creator.
All those opposed to the motion, please say nay. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is carried. Punishment. Trial by combat. Unlock.
Here I am. As promised, this meeting was a long time coming, wasn't it? I can only apologize for the delays. But really, can you think of a more fitting time for our schedules to align? It's perfect. Here we are, at the end of it all. Now, we build the world in our image. A world of Smythe, shaped by Smythe. Now we part ways. Your job is done, and mine has only just begun. Very well. I shall make it so.
far surpassing the expectations of their creator. The wayfarer had ultimately swayed the course of history. Smythe's clones, with the aid of the Tommies, successfully drove the aggressors out of Westminster. The retreating forces, of which there were few, were silently disposed of. A feeling of calm swept the city, all uncertainty fading into the background. Very few Londoners truly knew what was in store for the future, and very few ever would. Falling to their demise, the final seconds of Smythe's life were spent watching their replacement shrink into the distance. He considered the events leading up to this moment, and all the ways such a fate could have been avoided. However, in some small part, it came as a relief. Passing the torch had always been part of the plan, and now his job was done. The future was no longer his burden to carry. Within the hour of Smythe's death, the automatic process of finding a replacement had already begun. After slaying their creator, the Wayfarer's road to power was wide open. The temptation of following in their own footsteps was too great to turn down. The new Smythe willingly underwent the procedure of replicating their predecessors' memories. The Tommies, under the direction of Smythe, became an asset of the Angel Troopers, a friendly face to soften the blow of total subjugation. The Pistols of Camden would remain individualistic to the end, fending off attempts to seize power in the borough for as long as they could. The future was bleak, yet for most, conceding wasn't an option. Following the Battle of Westminster, the Wayfarer was expelled from the Pistols. The Camden Council voted unanimously in favor of this motion. The idea that one of their own could be involved in a regime so antithetical to their beliefs was a hit to the borough's morale. For the time being, Miller's men were left alone. They were deemed too much of a hassle to deal with, and Islington was blockaded. While they would occasionally sneak out and attack neighbouring boroughs, their rage, for the most part, turned inwards. With no outlet for their fury, this spawned a culture of infighting. Gangs of Miller's men would beat each other to the death over trivial matters. Fortunes were lost and won at a swing of a fist. Only one thing united them: their devotion to their leader, Miller. The gentry celebrated their perceived victory over the invading forces, believing they had established definitive control over the city. In reality, the process in which their liberties would be stripped away had only begun. According to Smythe's vision, they were to be the tools through which Parliament controlled the proletariat. The vagabonds surged in strength under their popular leader, gaining wide control over East London. For those that were part of Sebastian Gaunt's growing cult following, it was a golden time. For those who were formerly with the Syndicate, or suspected of being so, dark and bloody days would come. The Thames folk decided they'd had enough of the disappearances. A movement formed to leave London for good. Those who stayed behind did so forever, looking behind their backs. And so, the Wayfarer's journey came to an end. But it was not the end of history, only the beginning. Because in mankind's pursuit of power, there is no price too high, no life too valuable, and no ideal too sacred. Because war War never changes.